Hi, book nerds. This is Colleen Houck coming to you from my home office here in Salem, Oregon. And today I'm going to talk with you a little bit about the journey to writing Reignited. So, Reignited is the novella in the Reawakened series, and it's kind of a prequel to the series. It's the story of Isis and Osiris and how the two of them fell in love. And more importantly, it's how they created the spell that Amon uses to bind himself to Lily. So this spell is an important spell in the series. For those of you who have read Reignited, Amon actually gives Lily his heart scarab in the beginning, or at the end of the first book. And it's that heart scarab that Lily has that enables her to find him again, even in the netherworld outside of the mortal realm. That spell was actually the whole reason why Reignited exists. I originally was, when I signed the contract to write Reignited and Recreated, the sequel, a part of that was writing a novella. And oftentimes authors, when they sign a book contract with a big publishing house, they want to have a novella in there as well, so they can kind of keep the readers engaged in the series and keep them excited and reading. And so you'll see that a lot in different book series. You'll see novellas, and sometimes they come after a book or between two books. My two novellas that I've written so far, Tiger's Promise and Reignited, are both prequels. And the reason I end up going with prequels is because I feel like my stories are pretty fleshed out in each book. So going back and doing a prequel just feels right to me. So like I said, Reignited is the story of Isis and Osiris. And also, more importantly, it's also the story of Seth, who is the villain. And you don't really get to see Seth in Reignited or in Recreated very much. You do get to see him in Reunited. I've talked before about the number 3 in the Reawakened series. So I have three big books in that series, and I've got my 3 handsome princes. I've got the 3 pyramids, so we've got a lot of 3s in there. And even the names of my princes, Amon, Aston, and Amos, all start with the letter A, which is a pyramid shape, and 3 corners. So I wanted to keep everything kind of symbolic there. And I have 3 villains in the series. You have Seth, who is my big villain, big bad villain. You have the Devourer from Recreated. And you have the Necromancer in book 1 in Reawakened. And in the 3rd book that's coming out this August, Reunited, all 3 of those villains are indeed reunited. So you're going to see all 3 of them again and see how they create chaos and foster chaos, and why Seth wants to throw the world into chaos in the first place. So it's really kind of eye-opening, I think, especially for me, because writing Reignited, this is the first book I've written completely in 3rd person. I've never done that before. I've dabbled with it in my prologues and epilogues, but I've never written 3rd person completely. And so this was kind of a deviation for me, but it was really fun. I loved being able to go back and tell Seth's story from the villain's point of view and jumping into his head as opposed to always being in the head of my heroine. So that was really eye-opening for me and really interesting. And probably the next book I write will be in 3rd person, just because I like having that freedom of jumping around and discovering the story from different perspectives as I write. So there you go. There's your introduction to Reignited. I hope you guys go pick it up. It's a really, really telling book. And I've said before, and I'll say it again, if you don't read Reignited, if you skip this one thinking, it's just a novella, it's just a side story, I'll tell you, you're going to be missing out, because Reignited has information in there that is crucial to understanding the full story of Reawakened. So don't skip this one. Go get it. All right. Thanks so much, readers, and have a great day. Bye-bye.